parsha we learn about Moshe was given a directive by God to go to the Jewish people and tell them and deliver rather a message of hope and inspiration that they would be redeemed from the difficult regime, the Egyptian regime led by Pharaoh that was putting them under such difficult circumstances, and they would be redeemed from that bondage and be released from the land of Egypt and go to the promised land. And indeed that message is full of hope, optimism, and inspiration, and Moshe approaches the people and delivers that message. And unfortunately it says in the Torah that the people were not able to comprehend that message. They couldn't even listen to it, as the Torah says, "V'lo shamu al Moshe," they did not listen to Moshe, "mikotzer ruach u'me'avoda kasha," from shortness of breath and from difficult work or labor. And the question is, why could they not comprehend this message of hope? Why couldn't they listen to it? They were in such a difficult situation. They were subject to such torture and the suffering that the Egyptians were placing upon them. Why can they not listen to a message of hope? And I think this tells us a lot about human nature. We are many times overwhelmed by stress in our life. We are stressed out with our family situation. We are stressed out at work. We are stressed out in our community. We are just stressed. And the more technology has inroads in our life, we have more opportunities to have stress. It's not making our lives less stressful, but rather we seem to be more stressed out all the time. And because we are so stressed, we cannot stop and appreciate some of the miracles around us. We can't stop and appreciate the beauty in our lives. We can't stop and appreciate the special qualities that we have with our families, with our friends, our faith, and our community. We just are too stressed out. And that's what happened in Egypt. People were so stressed in the situation that Pharaoh had put them through, they couldn't comprehend a message of hope. They couldn't comprehend a message of inspiration. They couldn't internalize that. Yes, they heard the words, but it wasn't being internalized because they were being stressed. And Moshe had his work cut out for him. And he had to go ahead and repeat it again and again until the people were finally able to internalize that message of hope. But what this tells us is that many times we are so stressed out in our lives, we cannot comprehend the messages of hope and optimism in our life. Folks, in our lives, we many times get bogged down by stress. Sometimes it's at a lower level that we're able to cope with, and sometimes it's just so stifling that it shuts out all of our ears when we should be trying to listen to messages of hope, optimism, and inspiration. Let's do whatever we can to remember the experience in Egypt, and always remember to turn down the stress level. Have a wonderful Shabbos.